I hope it stops.
Every week, your handsome.
I hope it stops.
Every week, your handsome.
I hope it stops.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah. Every week, your handsome.
I don't know how to tell if it did, though.
I don't know.
Let's make sure this is using the right input, which it is. Just to be safe, I'm going to turn off. They're already off. All right, we good. You ready?
Yeah.
Man. Let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And then let's enjoy the show.
My fellow Americans, if you could pull yourself away from the distraction box for just a moment. My sheeple out there around the world, I'm here to tell you that in the streets of the Electric City, there is truth. We're going to talk about that truth tonight, my friends.
You've been lied to, people.
The truth is out there.
It's time to wake up. There's more out there than you ever knew. And we're going to get down to it.
So, Electric City Nerds, Comedy Talk Radio with a conspiracy twist. Episode 1709. I'm pretty sure it's 1709. At least that's what they like us to believe.
Want you to think.
That's what they want you to think.
They always want you to think something
And in
other
this
than
episode,
what you want.
in this episode, we would like to thank all our Patreon donations out there. Patreon.com/ECN Radio. That's where you can contribute your bloodless, soulless dollars to the truth. To the truth, people. Tonight I want to talk about evidence of time travelers, aliens, and possibly who really runs the world.
It's about time. It's about time is all I got to say.
All this week on the Electric City Nerds.
I'm fucking mad.
I hear it.
I'm
I'm pulling up my notes.
I'm so sick of people just leading the blind eye, you know?
I know exactly what
Not
you mean.
asking questions.
So speaking of asking questions, how was your weeks out there in the
I don't
in
even
the world,
want to talk about it.
living amongst the sheeple?
It was okay. No, my last week was okay.
It was kind of like a medium.
Was that good? Was that good?
That was good. All right. Hold on. I gotta get this back in the mood. I had a pretty good week too, Matt. All right, I got some news stories to talk about.
Yeah.
So some of these stories are old, but since we haven't been covering conspiracies for ever really,
No.
I thought it would be a good time to bring these up. I think that they may be old stories, but I think they are relevant now more than ever, Matt.
Well, as any conspiracy, you usually have to dig into the past anyway.
Yeah.
To put together the puzzle pieces, you know, and really see the bigger picture. So
I
that's
hear
what
you.
we're going to do. We're going to dig from some old stories, discuss,
tonight-
see how we feel.
Tonight, I want to talk about the possible evidence of time travel. So, time travelers live among us. We know that.
Of course.
Of course.
We don't have time travel at this moment, but because
So you would think.
well, I don't think it's been invented yet. I think that that's up for debate, Matt.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
even if they made it in the future, they could still go back in time and live with us now, like we're in their past.
Right.
And so I have a few stories I want to go over that's evidence of that.
All right.
All right, let me ask you. We're going to play a game. You tell me whether you want to hear about a kitchen sink, Charlie Chaplin, or a boxing match. Which one is it?
I'm gonna say Charlie Chaplin. What do you think?
Boxing match.
Boxing match? All right. I actually haven't screened this video, so we'll see what it sounds like.
Can we get something of Charlie Chaplin boxing?
There's probably footage out there.
I'm sure.
If not, we can just go back and get it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so in 1995, this is a Mike Tyson fight. I have not pre-screened this video. Did you see that? Did you see it?
What was that?
Oh, right there.
Whoa!
Right there.
Is that a fucking iPhone?
That is a fucking Galaxy Note 7 if I ever seen one.
I don't know.
Only way I would know more is if it was blowing up on this motherfucker. Then we would know
Yeah.
for sure that it was a Note 7.
If he didn't have a face, I would be convinced.
But really, all right, so this fight took place in 1995.
Was this footage pre-biting the ear?
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
why that's
He had
necessary,
the-
but
he
I
had the
want to
tattoo when
fucking
he
know.
did that, didn't he?
Yes, definitely pre-biting the ear.
Okay.
And if you see right here,
It's clearly right there in the thing.
That's Samsung.
Right in
Clearly.
right in
camera
camera.
placement. That's Samsung.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got my head.
So what is this saying? We've had this technology for far longer. This
Right.
guy or woman.
So a phone, a camera phone in this way would not have existed in this time period
Right.
for this to be in this scene.
But the real question is why the people behind him not freaking out?
Yeah,
seeing
everybody's
that
just-
giant screen.
They don't know what it is.
Cool with it.
They don't know what it is. They think it's
Something from the future.
I don't know what they think it is. I don't know. That's
What
good.
if they're all from the future?
That's a good question, Scott. Let's dig in deeper.
All right.
All right, so we got Mike Tyson. She took a picture.
Whoa.
Mike Tyson. Is that a man or male or female? Is that?
It's a time traveler.
It's
It
a
could
person.
mean anything.
They're showing pictures of cameras. I don't think it was a camera.
It's clearly right there, ladies. and
I mean,
gentlemen.
I think that's what they were doing. They were showing us pictures of a camera, and then they're showing that, and they're saying, "Hey, it's
That's
not the same
a
thing.
fucking camera. Yeah.
It's an iPhone." I would say it's more likely to be a Note or an HTC.
Because no time traveler.
As
actually
opposed to an
uses-
iPhone,
No time
yeah.
traveler would use Apple.
Time travelers do not use Apple
It's ridiculous.
You
It's
know
so
why,
close.
Scott?
It's so because
because they're not 16-year-old girls. That's why they don't use those phones.
Well, that's one reason.
Yeah.
no emojis in time travel. No little poop faces.
You definitely are an Android user if you are also a traveler through space and time. I'm assuming space.
It's hand in hand.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. So
So what do you think?
what
do you
does this
think?
prove, though? What is this? Why is this significant? Why should we be worried that there was this phone? When was it? 95?
95. So this phone couldn't have existed during that time period.
Yeah.
So, and there's obviously evidence that someone's holding a phone.
Proof that we've been fucking lied to.
Exactly.
What it is.
So here's what I'm thinking. If time travel exists in the future,
Which it does.
couldn't we set up a system where you could basically decide that you want to go to a specific event in history, like a Mike Tyson fight? Maybe
And
he's a huge
relive that. Or
and
live
relive it. Yeah, or
Did
and
Tyson even
live it.
win this fight?
I don't know.
I think we're being lied to.
Maybe there is a version of history where he did win the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
maybe,
what I'm.
maybe they went back and they changed it because if he would have won, then he would have become a killer or something.
And they took a picture of it just to prove that it happened. All right, but I don't want to get too deep into this rabbit hole. I got a few more I want to talk about. All right.
All right. I don't know. That's a weird one. I like that. And I like that. I like that.
All right, so we've
Sort of
all.
thing.
I think we've mentioned the Charlie Chaplin before. I kind of want to relive it just to remind you guys.
Well, there's some folks out there that are oblivious. Most of them, if I must
Sheeple,
speak from the heart,
sheeple.
fucking sheeple.
That's what they are.
Right in a row.
All right, so in
It's a
this
play
scene,
on words, by the way.
in this scene,
People that are like sheep.
you clearly see a lady
Yeah.
talking on a phone.
What? She ain't holding a fucking brick to her face.
She wasn't itching her head.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been. She can't be.
She
itching
has
her
something
head.
in her hand, Scott.
She must have a very good reception, being that far in the past to be reaching into.
Saying-
What
time.
is she doing?
Are you saying time travelers don't scratch? Is that what you're saying, Scott?
No, they don't need.
I think
to.
we've got a sheeple in the room, Matt.
Oh man, we can't have this. Get the fuck out of my studio. Get
She
the
wasn't
fuck out of here.
scratching her head.
I'm
It had to
fucking
be a
mad.
cell phone.
I'm fucking
It
mad.
had to be a cell phone.
Okay. We
It's
got
time
you.
to get pissed off, people. That's what I'm telling you.
We got you, CNN. We got you. We know. We hear what you're saying, MSNBC. We hear you. We hear you over there.
Where are you,
Fucking
Fox
traitor.
News?
No, I think that. So here's the question about this scene.
What's the question?
So I don't think this proves the existence of cell phones in the past, because cell phones wouldn't work in the past. You got to have cell phone towers. There's no AT&T. There's no T-Mobile. There's no Cricket. Verizon Wireless.
I don't know, man.
There's no
These don't exist in the Charlie Chaplin time.
No GameStop to go pay your bill at.
If it's a fucking alien cell phone, it would. Whoa.
That's probably the answer.
You didn't think about that shit, did you?
No, probably.
What if this cell phone was connected
Yeah.
to maybe the moon base? Talking to people on the moon?
Moon bases.
Dark side of the moon.
Maybe there's also
like it.
time-traveling satellites that go back and allow them to talk to their not mothership. That's just ridiculous.
Fucking
but their home base.
I think we're suffice it to say that it is some sort of time phone. It's a time travel phone.
Just got to use your noodle.
It's a phone that not only works based on cell phone towers, but it works. It's time. It works throughout time, which makes sense because if you live in a time period where time travel exists, then obviously you would have cell phone data that would work across all spans of time. I feel like this 100% works out. This comes together.
Right.
I want to see if we've got any comments, anybody backing me up on this. I know that not everybody out there is believing the lies, and I know that we've got some.
We've got to have some free
people.
thinkers here. Some free thinkers.
Willing
to go there with us.
We got a lot, and this is always distracting to me, people. I'm sorry. I always have trouble trying to follow the comments and do the show.
It's okay.
But we're doing this to get the truth out there.
Tonight's about the truth, folks.
Trish says time is not a linear progression. I would agree, Trish. I think that it's more of the spaghetti noodle. Spaghetti noodle is the way it works.
Whippily wappily.
That's the only way it works.
Angie says yes with an exclamation point. I don't know what you're fucking talking about, Angie. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I appreciate
and yes, Bo does have a razor head.
Bo with that eraser head. I'm not sure what he's talking about. This is my normal hairstyle.
It is. It's regular. It's you don't have time when you're trying to uncover the truth.
Listen, guys.
To keep this petty grooming up. I mean, it's stylish.
There's something funky going on. We got time travel.
What about
we got
this
cell
10
phones.
strongest signs of time travel? Because I've seen that dude before.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in the time travel. All right, I got one more time travel story, and then we're gonna move on to some alien talk.
I just fucking believe it. I believe it so much.
I want to believe, Matt.
Yep, you should.
This side of the table believes.
I like it.
All right, this is a really cool story.
Always been fascinated by the
We don't want to listen to this asshole.
Yeah.
He's full of crap.
This gentleman,
about how it could be done.
and I'm sure he's gonna go into the story in just a second. But this gentleman was working on his sink, and he had to reach deeper inside to reach like a hard to reach pipe, right?
Right.
And here he is talking. Shit, it's in another language. All right, well, I'll narrate while we're watching the video.
That's
Everybody
one more
should be
way they
American.
try to hold us back.
With the
Yeah,
language.
that's right. This is
Language.
why you haven't heard of this,
The
people.
Tower of Babel was constructed by men.
All right, CNN. So this guy is underneath his sink,
Yeah.
and he has to go further and further back, right?
Right.
Well, he ends up getting to the point that underneath his sink, he can stand up and walk around.
It's fucking crazy.
And
It's bigger on the inside.
it is.
Is it crazy?
It's TARDIS. So he goes all the way through to the other side, and he ends up in a field. And there is an older version of himself in the field.
Whoa.
But here's the thing.
Did he
Here it
drink,
is.
Did he drink the Drano?
I'll let the narrator reveal it. Well, he's
I completely understand. I never thought of it, though.
he got a video of it.
On his phone.
This is a video of himself meeting himself from the future and comparing tattoos.
Well,
Let's suppose for a moment that Håkan Nordqvist
how about that shit?
You always hear that if it existed, someone would have gathered evidence of it.
He did.
That's fucking...
I bet he's been silenced.
Well,
hasn't he?
I am telling you right fucking now, people,
That's the truth.
there is evidence.
Damn.
we have given it to you right here on ECN Radio, Comedy Talk Radio with a conspiracy twist. There is evidence of time travel, actual video proof. This guy met himself in the future. Well, he was in the present. He met himself from the future.
And you can find it on YouTube.
And
that shit.
And
There's truth speakers out
think
there.
he should have had sex with himself.
I would have.
I'm just saying.
I don't think it's real until you compare dicks, you know?
Yeah.
You got to make sure
That would be really good to know.
everything's got to measure up, you know?
Yeah, it would be really good to know.
It's good to know that he had such a great tattoo artist, too, that would make a tattoo that would last that long and wouldn't fade or anything.
Fox News.
This guy.
I'm going to run out of news agencies in a minute, Scott.
I'm about to beat you with this fucking beer bottle.
There's the sheeple in the room.
About to carve out some sheep steaks.
Draw a line down the middle. So how does this impact society as we know it, reality as we know it? How does this impact it? Now that we know that it's real.
There's natural time travel.
There's no disputing it.
I say the sooner
Is there,
people
Scott?
realize that nothing fucking matters, the better we are. You know, everything's fucked up. Everything sucks. We're being lied to. We're from the future. We're from the past. What do we do? You know what I'm saying?
I think that about sums it up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just mad. Okay, I'm pissed off, and I just want people to know the truth.
I think you.
The truth.
I think you need to set up our next segment. Matt, and then I'll get ready to. We've got a phone call involved in this, and I'll get ready to make the call. By the way, we haven't tested the phone, so we'll see if they work when we call.
I gotta get real.
If anybody wants to call in and give us their conspiracy theories, please non-election related. If you want to give us your conspiracy
We're talking
theories,
about serious stuff.
we are
tonight.
glad. Yeah. No sheeple nonsense. We want to talk about the aliens. I've got it on here.
Okay.
We want to talk about. Oh no, I don't. We want to talk about the aliens. We want to talk about the time travel, the government cover-ups. Call in at 864-642-1464. I don't have the number up on the page. Maybe I can put it as a comment. It is on our Facebook. If you go to Facebook, the number's on there.
Hey, Bo, you hand me the beer opener. I'm going to need to take a drink before I get on this story here.
All right, yeah, I heard this one is pretty deep for you.
This story is 100% true.
You've been holding it back.
I've never talked about it on the show. I've never talked about it with any of my friends because, you know, sometimes you got to... You don't want to give everybody everything about yourself, you know.
You have to keep some cards close.
Yeah.
You never know how people would react to,
I'm watching
something
you, Scott.
very bizarre that happened in your life or something like that. Not a lot of folks believe in extraterrestrials or
Because they're weak-minded.
spirits or anything other than, you know, what's right in front of them. But if I have to open up to you guys, I think I've been getting visited my entire life by extraterrestrials.
Your whole life?
My entire life. Ever since I can remember.
Really?
Yeah. As I guess the earliest sighting that I ever had of something strange was when I was, you know, when you start really remembering things, around 4 or 5. That's like as young as I can remember. Maybe 3 to 4, I have memories of that time.
Yeah.
But before that, you know, it's really cloudy.
We've heard of this phenomenon. We've had reports of this phenomenon.
Yeah, so it's like you don't even exist before you're 3 or 4, right? Isn't that weird? It's fucking weird.
Sweet.
Anyway, when I was little, I used to see these crazy lights outside the window late at night, and I didn't think much of it. And then the lights started getting closer and closer. And then I remember telling my mom and dad, you know, I was like, I see these lights in the sky, and they seem like they're getting closer to my bedroom every night, and I'm really scared. Like, I don't know what it is. And my parents were like, oh, no, that's not real. It's airplanes. It's blah, blah, blah. It's this, that,
Weather
and the other.
balloons, right?
You
Weather
know,
balloons.
so I'd say a couple years went by, and I just watched these lights come into my bedroom window late at night, you know, over and over, over and over. It happened a few times a month. I would see these lights come to me. And then one day, I was 5 years old. I just started school. And me and my older brother, DJ, he's 5 years older than me. You know, he'd already been in school, obviously, 5 years older than me. He had to walk to the bus stop early in the morning. My parents would go to work early, so he would walk to the bus stop. It'd be like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So he was used to that route, you know, no big deal. I started school, so I started walking to school with my brother early in the morning. And one particular morning, we were on our way to the bus stop. We had to walk like half a block, to the bus stop. It was 5:30 in the morning. It's dark. Me and him are walking down the road, and we see these swirling red and blue lights above us. And then I remember looking up to my brother. I was like, DJ, do you see that? And then it got closer, and it got closer, and it got closer. And by the time, I'd say 30, 40 seconds went by, it was right above the tree line. Like, it's about as high as a telephone pole. And, like, we were both looking at it. It wasn't just me having this experience. My older brother, 5 years older than me, was looking at it too. And it was these swirl. It looked like a fucking circular ship.
Yeah.
It did. I mean, I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. It was a ship.
Yeah.
Red and blue lights circling around right there. Very visible. And then as fast as it come to us, poof, fucking gone. Just took off. Boom, gone. Just that quick. And then I guess that was the last time for a while that I had the light stopped coming to my bedroom window.
Wow.
All that shit stopped after that morning. And then that's when we come to the next weird set of events. We ended up moving from that house to a place out in the country in Honeypath, in the middle of a cow field. And my dad had got a new job at this metal factory, welding in Belton, South Carolina. And we lived in this little double wide trailer in the middle of this fucking cow field. And at this time, about 5 years went by. I was about 10 years old at this point, 4th grade, 5th grade, somewhere in there. Just living my normal life. I'd kind of forgotten about the lights, seeing those lights late at night and coming to me and all that. And then I never forgot about the experience with me and my brother. It's kind of just always there. Like, what the fuck was that? I just still don't get it.
Yeah. Do you think you forgot, or do you think they were removed?
Maybe, but
because we've had lots of reports of that in that area.
It's strange. So,
it's more common than you think.
5 years go by, and me and my brother are sleeping. It's about 2:30 in the morning. My brother and I sleep through this. My dad has to tell you the rest of the story, but I'm going to set it up, and then we'll call my dad.
Okay.
I'm on the phone. He can tell you the rest of the story. So my brother and I are sleeping. It's like 2 in the morning, and my mom and dad hear this rumble way out in the distance. And my dad said that, it kind of made him nervous. He thought it was a bad storm or something. So he got out of the bed, and he said he was looking out the windows. He didn't see anything, and the noise kept getting closer and closer, and the rumble got louder and louder. And eventually, he said it was right over the top of our house. The pictures fell off the walls. All the shit fell off the mantle on the fireplace.
What?
And my dad said it was just this overwhelming whoa noise. And he said he was shouting at my mom, trying to talk to her, but they couldn't even hear each other. It was so loud. Everything was shaking in the entire house. And Dad said he looked out the window, and poof, it was just gone, just like that.
Wow.
Well, me and my brother slept through it. We got up the next day, getting ready for school, and Mom and Dad were telling us about this. We thought they were just fucking with us, trying to scare us. Like, we get it, we're out in the country, you're trying to scare us, whatever. We don't fall for it, but everything was fucking messed up in the house. Like, the pictures were crooked. Shit. I mean, I know my mom and dad didn't walk around the house and fuck up everything just for this story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of forget, that was weird that day. We're like, oh my God, that was strange. We didn't think about it. We go about our lives. About a week later, Dad comes home from work, and Dad says, this guy's been out of work that I worked, he worked in the booth next to him at the metal fab. He's been gone out of work for a week, and he didn't know what was going on. He thought he was sick or something. And then the guy ended up coming back to work like on the 6th or 7th day, and Dad said he couldn't concentrate. He was like real scatterbrained. He kept crying, and Dad said, "What's wrong?" And the guy said to Dad, he said, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you." And Dad said, "Try me." And then that's when this guy fills Dad in what happened.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know if I should tell you or get my dad to tell you.
Let's get your dad on the line.
Yeah.
But before we do, I want to say disprove that, CNN.
You fuck.
All right, let's get Mr. Myers on the phone.
My dad, Jim.
I don't know if the phone's working, so we'll see. We'll see if he can hear us when we call.
Yeah.
All right.
Some pretty chilling stuff.
What if we accidentally called the U.S. Department or whatever it was we called?
Yeah.
What was his name? Murph? We're going to call Murph again?
Yeah.
Let's see. Why is it asking me the region?
I don't know, man. This is some pretty serious stuff, though.
They're trying to keep you from calling them.
Maybe so.
Yeah, they're trying to keep us from it.
And they're trying to keep the story from getting
I
out.
bet the government has a
cover-up.
back door into Skype. And
There's always a back door.
they're keeping us from calling.
It's probably exactly what it is.
Oh, I guess I'm going to keep going while
I got it. As long as it doesn't go to voicemail. I'll turn it down and go to voicemail.
So, yeah, the guy that my dad worked with
Yeah.
is fucking acting weird. And I'll get Dad up to
I bet he's watching Frasier.
Probably so.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Dad? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What you doing, watching Frasier?
Yeah.
I figured. All right, so I've been telling everybody, I got up to the point where the guy was out of work for like a week, and then he came in, and he was acting all strange, and you asked him what was wrong, and he told you that you wouldn't believe him if he told you. So what'd he tell you?
He told me that aliens had landed in his backyard.
Yeah, but how did it happen?
Well, I mean, he woke up, there was a big light, felt the house shaking, walked outside, there was a light, a big old saucer.
He said he shot at it with his hunting rifle.
Dang.
Right. And didn't have any effect on it. And it clipped all the trees off about 6 foot right above the ground. And about a football length field.
Now, did you see the trees?
There's newspaper clippings.
What?
Mom has them at the house. Newspaper clippings.
Yeah. Yeah. He came back to work and after about a week, and he was all weird and wall-eyed and looked like he'd been on a week drunk. And he told me about it. And first, I didn't believe him. He said, well, come on, I'll show you. After work, I went to his house. Sure enough, the trees was all cut off about 6 foot and burnt on the top. And I went back home after that, and he wound up in the mental institution.
Wow. How long after that
lost
was
his
it?
fucking mind.
What?
About how long after this incident was it that he went to the mental institution?
Probably 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Dad, I was telling him about how me and DJ were sleeping, and you and Mom thought that storm was coming, and the double wide was shaking, and everything, like the pictures falling, and then
Yeah.
if you could elaborate.
I was laying there awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hovered up over the house, probably 5 minutes, and we couldn't even talk because it was so loud. And within 3 seconds, it just like, and gone.
Wow.
So there you go, folks.
And it was in the same neighborhood, approximately a mile apart.
Didn't the FBI come and there's like a...
Oh, yeah. FBI came and a lot of other, whatever you call them, Air Force and all that. They came down and investigated it all and everything. And I guess they put it on hush-hush. There's nothing was ever said after that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well,
That is crazy.
I appreciate it, Dad. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for
being
calling.
on the show.
What episode of
No
Frasier?
problem.
What episode of Frasier are you watching?
The one where he gets caught in the closet trying to hide from the guy that he was friends with and wasn't supposed to be friends with because his guy works with.
Because the girl, yeah. He, it's the girl's, it's his ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, but he likes him or something, so they're hanging out.
Right.
No, it was Roz's ex-boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
That's what it is.
I love you, Dad.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got to the root of that.
Yes. Bye.
Right.
All I told you guys.
It's a good episode.
It's a real story, man. True shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's been crop circles out in Belton too.
There's a lot of
All
stuff
around
like
that area.
The Georgia Guidestones is out there.
that. Yeah.
How close?
not
You were
in
living in Belton though.
Yeah. Well, Honey and Path. I was in Honey and Path.
Mm.
So, like, right on the edge there. But, that's real life shit, man. I'll never forget that. Stuck
That's
with me.
crazy.
I think I'm still being visited.
Do you think it has? I'm wondering that it has some connection to.
Me overcoming my broken neck. Do.
That's a really good.
It
That's
was
a really
pretty
good.
pretty miraculous.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it may be. Oh, by the way, we got a comment. We have a comment from Trish saying, "Wake up, Scott."
Yeah.
And I think she's talking about to
Time to smell the coffee, son.
time to
stay-
smell
to stay
the
woke.
coffee. To woke.
I need
You
to-
got to get woke,
Got to get woke. That's
If
what
you
it
ain't
is.
woke, well, then you're sleeping.
and you a joke.
Yeah. So what about you guys? You got any personal stories or anything like that? You ever had anything kind of weird go on? I mean, come on, you've had. I guess you don't have to have that shit happen. But
I spend so much of my time researching the extraterrestrial.
yeah.
Then now you're ready for them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think they stay away from me.
Purposely.
I think
He knows too much.
Yeah, I think that they don't
Those
want
defenses.
me to know. Yeah.
Okay.
The
right.
only reason why the government hasn't taken me out yet is because I do the show and it would be public. Everybody would know what happened to me.
Instantly.
It's-
This
yeah.
show
Yeah.
is huge, by the way. So got to be careful.
I do have.
It's a risk.
Did you guys hear about the light on Mars?
The signal.
Yeah, I think it was a signal, Scott. You coming around?
Tell us about the signal, Scott.
It was. Let's see. I'm trying to see. They had
How
a
long ago
date
was
on
this?
this.
was-
This is a
yeah,
while
I
back.
feel
We
like it was like maybe the early 2000s.
we actually did talk about this on the show. It wasn't that early. It wasn't that early.
The
It was,
early 2000 teens.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I meant.
That's about right.
Something's been messing with my brain. I don't know what it was.
Let's see. I've got a website up now. See if they give me a date on when it was actually discovered.
We should have our foil hats on. That's a noob move on our part.
Oh man, I didn't think about the foil hat.
Yeah. Yep. Way to go. We're
So if you take a look at this image here, see if I can make it full screen.
Well, that image there says it all. Look at that image.
This is the surface of Mars, taken by the Mars rover.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see the light reflecting there,
Yeah.
Right, a spire. Looks like a spire.
I think it is solid evidence of a hatch on Mars.
Looks like an obelisk.
I
Some
don't know
sort
what
of
that is.
transmitter.
Oh, okay. That
Mhm.
could be. It could be. I think that this may have something to do with the Dharma Initiative hatch.
I think it absolutely does.
I think maybe that's what the numbers were doing,
Mm-hmm.
was
Was a
sending a
code?
signal, yeah, to this
think so.
hatch.
Think so.
And
I fucking know so, Bo.
I feel
knows-
like
who knows
I've-
what's beyond Mars too?
I feel like there's a polar bear on Mars.
Probably other planets.
I
Who
think.
could be beyond Mars that they're communicating with, telling
Mm.
them to come here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know.
They're
But now,
advanced enough now.
but now you're drinking the Kool-Aid now, Scott.
Right on.
I don't mean that any kind of weird. Like it's a good thing.
By the
Good
way,
thing.
we're going to drink Kool-Aid at the end of this episode
Yeah.
because we're believers.
And the light on Mars could have something to do with the Greys.
It has everything to do with the Greys, Bo.
You think so? See, I still think it's up for debate.
You got to quit living in this fucking shadow. Let the light shine.
you say-
Let the light shine.
You say I'm gullible.
Hey.
I don't think the Greys are on Mars.
and the Earth
Mars.
isn't hollow, right, Bo?
That's a can of worms to open up right
I
there.
believe that
A
the
whole
Earth.
It's
full of
solid.
worms.
Yeah, it's solid. There's just nothing but lava down there.
I think
so you
that
would-
the Earth
That's
is
what they want you to
hollow.
think. They want you to think
Absolutely, it's
I think
hollow.
it's hollow.
There's cities in there.
I'm not.
You ever heard of a cave?
I'm not on the.
caves can't exist.
I'm not on the solid Earth bandwagon.
Yeah.
I am definitely woke when it comes to the hollow Earth theory, but I don't
It's not a
subscribe.
theory. It's not-
I
it's not a
don't
theory.
subscribe to the idea that it's due to the Greys, and the Greys are not on Mars.
I think they're both on Mars.
I wanna
and
hear-
inside of our Earth.
I want to hear your version of the story, Matt.
Well, listen, I think that we crash landed here. Some sort of being.
We did.
I think we're part of it. I think
Like the
we're,
Draenei.
I think we're just like a genetic mutated form of our creators. I think we're like ants in an ant farm. You know what I mean? Maybe we crashed from another planet. It was like a Mayday mission. We're looking for our, other resources to prolong.
So
our
you keep
life.
saying maybe. You keep saying maybe.
Would you believe this?
I feel like if
Could you believe this?
truly believed it. I just don't know.
Listen, man.
I don't believe in the grays. I don't believe in the
crash-landed
grays,
here.
man. I don't believe in the grays.
How could you not believe in the grays?
But I do want to hear.
Have you seen the videos? Have you seen the autopsies?
Convince me.
Have you seen the autopsies?
I'm gonna find some right now.
There's no way those autopsy videos could have been faked in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have that kind of special effects back then.
Why do we have fingernails, Bo? Because we're from the grays, man.
We need to push.
All right. Well,
things
tell me about the Hollow Earth.
Okay, listen. We crash landed here. We started
millions
scouring the earth, scavenging, trying to set up, some sort of system of growing food and collecting water to survive. And we slowly evolved to the landscape. And then I don't know. Once we figured it out, after a few thousand years, we started probing each other and genetically modifying some genes, and then our creators had to go and hide inside the earth while helping us slowly.
Yeah.
How does something like humanity survive after thousands and thousands of years of evolution like that without having some kind of helping hand?
I may have found something. I may have found something here.
But I think we're in a simulation.
This is actual. This is brand. What do you call it? This is special alert news. Like, this is brand new news. What are they
Special news. Special brand new news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Break it. What's going
With
on?
no audio.
What's happening?
Not
to
even
us?
maximized either. It's that little tiny screen.
By the way, if you're watching this, thank you.
All right. Well, there's a guy looking out his window.
Perhaps you need to enlarge the picture, Bo, so we can.
All right, I can.
This guy is.
What's going on here, man?
He doesn't know what's happening. He saw something outside of his window.
What the fuck's going on?
He
trying to
saw
figure out
something
what's
outside of his window. Oh shit!
Oh, that's an.
Oh, what was that?
Alien.
Like some kind of head or
Did
something.
you see that? Did you see that fucking thing? Did you see that?
That coincides with the recordings that we have of their height.
Fucking, did you see that?
All right, here's another video. Oh, this
Whoa.
has got audio. They're in the woods. So I gotta remember we got audio.
You notice anything weird?
They're in the woods. They got footage. They hear something, and then there's something in the footage.
Did you see it? Right there.
I see it.
That's a gray. 100% proof. Zoom in a couple
All right,
more.
we're zooming in at 200%. Zooming in at 200%.
Boom.
I saw the eyes. I saw the eyes on it.
Gonna slow her down now.
And I gotta say,
You see that? You see that?
I mean, I'm still a skeptic.
Yeah. You won't be for long. Wait until you fucking.
This guy's got.
Wait until the lights come to you outside your bedroom window, brother. That's all I got to
Have you
say.
seen the autopsy video? Because that's got to be.
Well, all right. So we've got an interview from the autopsy video.
You know, this is ironclad shit. Have you seen, Tom DeLonge from Blink 182?
Yeah. He is woke.
Famous.
He is woke.
And he's a brilliant musician.
He's my Jesus.
He's
I follow
gotta be
Tom
right
DeLonge.
about it.
He's woke. I
Yeah.
mean, I agree with that.
He's pretty brilliant.
All right, let's see. We got an interview here. Oh, this is fuck that guy.
To ask questions that are out of bounds, I won't hesitate.
He sounds like a monster.
Asking questions
telling
an
you.
hour. That thing's an hour long. We can't watch that. All right.
We don't have time
We're
for
not
that
searching for the truth hour.
All right, let's see if we got anything new. Let's see if they're sold on you, Scott, yet. Let's see if they've if you've won them over yet.
You
If
ever
they
heard
still
that,
think you're full of it.
You ever heard that alien transmission that supposedly
No.
came through in the 1970s?
Oh, I have the WOW transmission.
Is it a WOW transmission?
Yeah, because whenever it came through, they wrote WOW out beside it, and it's called the WOW transmission.
Yeah, that's some real proof there of
Yeah,
aliens
definitely is.
contacting.
Let's see. Trish says blue people in Kentucky, Brown Mountain in North Carolina.
Brown Mountain.
Yeah.
That's real stuff.
The aliens were not done with you just yet. They're talking about you, Matt.
They're not done because Matt started to figure out what was going on. They got to keep that stuff under wraps.
Yeah, man.
Travis Bannister gives us a long description about time travel, but it kind of sounds like Quantum Leap. It's a good TV show, Travis.
You need to get in the real world.
I think Travis thinks it's a documentary, and I'm with him. I think that it is a specially acted documentary.
They just flared up some of the drama to make it more watchable.
You guys heard about the concert going on in Greenville, right?
What fucking concert?
It's brand new.
Yes.
The front bottoms.
Modern baseball. Modern baseball. A great show. Great show.
I'd love to see the front bottoms of modern baseball. And
this is a government conspiracy, right? So not only is the government covering up time travelers.
Yep.
And they're not only covering up aliens.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know we're being lied to.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Barack Obama.
Fucking Obama.
We're not going to have to worry about that for much longer.
I hear that.
Yeah.
And
he's a lizard. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He's wearing a person's skin.
But I think the lizard people contradicts the Greys. I believe in the lizards.
It's a big universe.
I believe in the lizards.
That's like saying you believe in chimpanzees but not gorillas. They work together, bro.
Harambe was real.
Checkmate. In Greenville.
Yeah, there's a zoo there.
I believe secretly funded by the upstate GOP.
Oh, man.
Republican Upstate Convention.
Well, if you're just going to say it.
Funded this concert on election night.
Why, Bo?
Because they know that left-wing hippies listen to brand new. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody fucking knows that.
Bunch of Long Islanders.
Everybody knows this. It was
the sons of bitches.
It is a government cover-up.
The sons of bitches
at the highest level.
We can't fight that kind of power. What are we going to do?
I would even say that it was funded by Barack Obama himself. I know that doesn't make any goddamn sense, but trust me, I just have a feeling.
That's exactly who did it.
I just have a feeling.
It's that intuition. Once you've been,
can we see how everything turned out?
Do we have
scouring the details of these crooked sons of bitches?
Pouring over this.
You just get this intuition.
It's a sixth sense, if you will.
Exactly what it is.
Do we have any more woke stories to go over this week?
Well, I mean,
this is a lot to take in.
I think we've given them quite a lot.
Yeah.
Even though you pussies wouldn't talk about your personal stories.
I
guess I'll let that go.
I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm thinking.
I laid myself on the line. Talked about me getting raped since I was.
Abducted.
Abducted. That was a little harsh.
I'm thinking.
I consented.
Let me think.
Give it to me. What are you doing?
I've seen. So I don't have like a really good story. I've seen. I was out one night and it was there was a special. It was like supposed to be like a lot of comets, right? Mm-hmm. And so we all. This is when I lived with Dale.
Lots of activity in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. And of course the government didn't want you to know about it, but I saw it on Facebook. So
There's gotta be a reason they let it
Facebook
out.
Is the truth.
We had to get away from the city in order to see it because it's too bright. So we drove out to out by like past Tri-County.
Yeah.
And we went to this field and we're watching for it.
Right.
Everybody in the group saw it but me. They were saying, "Oh, look at the shooting star." And then I'd look and there's nothing there. And then while I'm looking in that direction, I can hear them behind me. Shooting star over there. In that direction. Yeah. And I believe that because I am so intertwined with the alien conspiracy movement,
right,
that they intentionally did not fly in my line of sight.
I'm getting goosebumps, guys.
I think it was intentional.
I'm getting
goosebumps.
They try, but they can't.
I didn't know you were going to get this scary with us, Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, they are going to shut this shit down.
What are we going to do?
No exceptions.
No. And the people listening right now will have to carry on the flame.
You got to carry the flame. So this may be the last episode of the Conspiracy Theory ECN podcast for a while.
Man, we could come back, and if we come back next episode and we don't talk anything about this stuff, they may have gotten to us.
It's all in code. So going forward, when you hear us talking about A. Lamar as my music review next week. Just know that I'm really discussing the Grays.
Yep.
Our code word will be earbuds. Whenever I say the word earbuds, know that it is secretly talking. That means listen. Yeah, exactly. Yes. We are secretly talking about the Grays, the lizard men.
Which you have to piss on yourself to keep them away from you. It's the only thing that's left.
That's jellyfish. Jellyfish.
No, on yourself. It's the only thing to keep them from smelling you. They can't smell through the ammonia in your urine. It's the only way.
Well, it's cat piss, not human piss.
That's because they're part jellyfish. And just know, so you're listening to ECN Radio. Mm-hmm. We've got 7 seasons, 12 episodes per season, 18 in the latest episodes.
Right, a lot in there.
I would say if you go back and you listen to every 4th episode,
they're better than this one.
Backwards, with only one earplug in.
Yeah.
Then you'll hear the real message.
It will be revealed.
But we got to go. The government is they're tapping into this. We've got to go. We cannot continue this transmission any longer.
And my phone battery's dying.
Listen,
is
people, your phone's on? Scott, why is your phone on? Oh, my God! Turn your fucking phone on!